Hello guys, and welcome back to another video of mine. Now, in this video, I'm going to be talking with you about what competitions am I going to be talking about in this channel. No, on this channel, sorry. But yeah, still, every competition that I'm going to cover, you're going to find it here in this video. So first is the FIFA World Cup, which is obviously the most well-known tournament in football where the best players go to play every 4 years. And the winner is crowned the champion of the world. It's gonna take place in the United States, Canada, and Mexico in 2026. Now, the tournament official logo and official theme have been released. This is the official World Cup 2026 logo. I mean, they could have done better, but the theme is a banger. Anyway, this is gonna feature 48 national teams for the first time in the tournament history. Which is the largest the tournament has ever seen. Yeah, not much to say here. Next tournament. This next one has absolutely no data about it, apart from it's going to be held in 2025. It's the Under 20 World Cup. And the Under 20 World Cup is gonna be held in 2025, but we have legit no data on it. What we do have data on, however, is the Men's Olympic Football Tournament, which is gonna be held in Paris 2024. Next tournament. Next one is the Under 17 World Cup, which is gonna be held in Indonesia starting from November 10th of this year. And I'm gonna be covering it starting from November 4th, which is the Saturday before the tournament. P.S. I upload every Saturday. So, but don't expect like every Saturday. As you know, YouTubers might take breaks. I am a human after all. So I might take a break. But usually I do upload every Saturday. Anyway, my video about this tournament is gonna be released on the November 4th. That's the preview and all you need to know video before I actually get to the tournament wrap up of every single match and whatnot. Anyway, next tournament is the Club World Cup, which is an annual tournament and takes place every year. Nevertheless, I'm going to be talking about it. The tournament is going to it's going to be given an expansion from the current 7-team format to the 32-team format that is scheduled to be held in the USA 2025. I wonder when this year's is going to be held. Next is the FIFA Arab Cup. This one doesn't really have a set date for it. It just depends on how well relations are with the Arab countries and if an Arab country is ready to host this. Nevertheless, I will still cover it. Unless it takes like way too long for the next edition. An interesting note is that not all countries send their senior team delegation to it. Some countries choose to send their A-team delegation. Now, I'm going to be talking about what A-team means in a later section of the video. It's going to take a while till we get there, so if you'd like, you can skip to any point of the video you want to see what competition you're interested in and my complete breakdown of it. Now that I'm done, let's head to the UEFA sectioned tournaments. the UEFA European Championship in 2024, Germany. This one, I'm gonna cover next year, so please subscribe so you don't miss it. Also, an interesting thing that I want to point out is that I will cover the qualification for all these tournaments, but for this video I am only concerned with tournament finals, so you know when to expect what. Yeah. Now, this video took a really long time to make, so I would appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Oh yeah, and share this video to more people so that they would know that they're on the right place when it comes to football highlights and whatnot. Next tournament. Next is the Nations League, which is gonna get an expansion from the current format. All the 10 CONMEBOL teams will join the UEFA Nations League. This includes teams such as Brazil, Argentina, but also such as Colombia and Chile. Or should I say Brazil, Argentina, Colombia, y Chile. Y means and, if you don't know, yeah. Now, all of the matches will still be played in Europe. We don't expect any team to go over and play in like Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. That's not gonna happen. All of the matches will be played in Europe. But I thought it would be interesting to point this out. Nations League expansion coming 2025. No, sorry, 2024. Next is the youth tournaments. The under 21, under 19, and under 17 Euros, which will all take place in 2025. So please subscribe so you don't miss my breakdown of these tournaments. After all, these tournaments are made for us to see what the future generation of people who will compete in senior team will look like. Right now, there is something going on, and that's the Under 21 Championship in Romania and Georgia 2023, which I was supposed to cover but never had the time to. Anyway, Anthony Gordon scored a goal for England, which led them to the semi-finals when they beat Portugal back in the quarterfinals. So, watch the youth tournament if you really want to know what the next generation is capable of, at least now. Next is the club competitions, UCL, UEL, and UECL. Also the Super Cup and Youth League included in the package. These are going to be covered every season by me. And I am gonna dedicate videos towards them, so don't worry if you don't want to miss out. You ain't gonna miss out if you subscribe. Next, moving on to the CONMEBOL section tournaments. We got the Copa America, we got the CONMEBOL Men Pre-Olympic Tournament, South America Under 20 Championship, Under 17 Championship. That's what I'm gonna be covering for the national teams. For the clubs, I'm going to be covering Copa Libertadores, Copa Sudamericana, and Recopa Sudamericana. An interesting note. Copa America 2024 will be held in the USA and will feature 16 teams for the first time since 2016, held in the same country as 2016. So that means 6 CONCACAF guests are going to be invited. The original host was Ecuador, but then they switched to the USA. For the Copa Libertadores and Copa Sudamericana and the Recopa, I'm gonna do these videos around March of 2024, because that's when these competitions start. The South American football calendar is different from the European one. Okay, next. Well, we have arrived at African football, CAF. I'm gonna be covering AFCON, which will take place this December in Cote d'Ivoire, and I would dedicate certain videos to it. As mentioned, I would dedicate certain videos for every competition, and if you're lagging behind, you could check out playlists that I'm gonna do for these competitions. I would also cover the African Nations Championship, which is a championship that would include players that are not good enough to feature in AFCON, but they do play in their nation's league. They do play in their country's own league system. Which is what a delegation means. These are not good enough to play in the actual AFCON, but they are good or generally okay first division players in their country's domestic league. And that's what a delegation means. Yeah. For the under 23 AFCON, under 20 AFCON, and under 17 AFCON. Those are going to be the youth tournaments that I'm going to cover. Africa Super League, CAF Champions League, CAF Confederation Cup, CAF Super Cup, and CAF Women's... CAF Super Cup. That's everything. I might cover women's football if there's demand for it. Moving on. Next is the Asian football section of this video. And I'm going to cover the following. AFC Asian Cup, Under 23 Asian Cup, Under 20 Asian Cup, Under 17 Asian Cup for national teams. For clubs, I'm going to be covering AFC Champions League and AFC Cup. Now that is everything. On to the last section of this video, which is the CONCACAF section. For the CONCACAF section, I'm going to be covering the CONCACAF Gold Cup, Nations League, Under 20 and Under 17 Championship. I would also cover the CONCACAF Champions Cup, which is renamed, the renamed version of the CONCACAF Champions League, Leagues Cup, Central American Cup, and Caribbean Cup, as well as Caribbean Shield. That's what I'm going to cover. And that's every tournament I'm going to cover for the upcoming 3 years. I hope you've enjoyed this video. This video took a long while to make, so I would appreciate if you hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you around.